So now you're panicking. What you want to do? You want to throw the ball. Now you're right into the T.J. Watts and Alex Highsmith hand. So that's how I look at it coming from a Pittsburgh Steelers standpoint.
Yes, and let's go to the defensive side of the ball. You mentioned Alex Highsmith, tied for 5th in the league with 10 sacks this season. And I found this to be incredible too. Our guy Alex Highsmith has the most strip sacks with 4 in the league this season. And I think not only does he belong in the Pro Bowl, and I've been banging this drum since before the start of the season, but he has benefited from playing without TJ Watt and understanding what TJ Watt brings to the table. And on that final Colts drive, you go back and watch the tape, he's understanding how to play off of TJ Watt now. When Watt will come flying off the edge, force a quarterback to move and step up into the pocket, and then he can then clean up. It's a team effort. And I think Highsmith has gotten better when Watt was hurt in Watt's absence. And now that Watt is back, he's even better because he's used to and accustomed to playing without TJ Watt, one of the best defensive players in the league.
And I'm going to compare this with 2 basketball players, what Alex Highsmith is doing. So you got a guy, TJ Watt, he's green light, he all gas. He going 100 miles an hour. So what Alex Highsmith has figured out, you know what? I'm a Luka, I'm a James Harden this thing. I'm a Euro step this thing. I'm going to slow my pace down. Yeah. And as soon as because I know what TJ is bringing to the table on the other side, he ain't doing nothing but setting the trap for me. So I'm going to slow my pace down. I'm not going to rush or bull rush the offensive alignment. I'm going to create. I'm going to set them up. I'm going to come off the ball slow. And when it's time for me to hit it, depending on where TJ Watt is going, I'm going to bounce off of TJ Watt, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. He's mastering it. He already know what he got on the other side. I got somebody as soon. That's the lawn people right now.
You're good, Ike.
Yeah, as soon as they say hook, you know TJ is firing off the ball. Mm-hmm. And if it's 2 people firing off the ball, they usually end at the same level with the quarterback. Alex Highsmith said, hold on, wait a minute. Since TJ is coming off the ball fast, I'm going to pace myself with this. I'm going to walk the ball down the court. And as soon as I think I got a chance, I'm setting them up for this trap and I'm going. Man, Alex didn't figure something out over there, Mark.
You mentioned the Euro step, Ike. I remember I pointed that out when we were watching some film last year, and I think I about blew your mind, Ike. But Alex Highsmith, and I've mentioned this before, he only busts out a few times per game. The silky smooth spin move off the edge. And when he does that, it's just beautiful to watch, Ike. And again, he's figuring out young into his career how to play the sport, how to play the game. And Steelers are going to have to figure out when he's off his rookie contract, do you want to pick up that deal or do you want to let him go? We know how well the Steelers draft and develop linebackers, but I kind of liken it to a few years back when in the final 2 seasons that Bud Dupree played in Pittsburgh, he finally figured it out and is doing a lot of the things that Highsmith is doing now. And Bud Dupree went on to get paid. However, yeah, the Titans are in the playoff hunt again. He hasn't put up nearly the statistical production that he did in Pittsburgh because it's the beneficiary of playing with TJ Watt, Cam Hayward and company because of not just the pressure that they develop, but the attention that they garner from opposing offensive lines.
You talking about Cam, you talking about TJ, that's a lot of attention. But because they can win one-on-one battles all the time. And when they do have the one-on-one battles, that's exactly what they do. But Alex Highsmith, he figured it out. He cracked the code, and the code wasn't hard to crack. I guess a light bulb just went off in his head. Was like, oh, this is exactly what you need to do, just Euro stepping. And he's been Euro stepping the whole way. Leading the league in forced strip sacks, forced fumbles, top 5 in the league in sacks, and this is 3 or 4 games without TJ Watt. So the man understanding the game, he's becoming a real, true, solid veteran. As you would say, he should become a Pro Bowl veteran at that linebacker position. So we shall see. But yeah, Alex, you can't say enough about Alex. You know what you get with Cam. You already know what you get with TJ. But to see Alex, and I'm hearing the announcer say it as well. They might have the best duo of outside linebackers when it comes down to the quarterback.
And I thought you brought up a great point when we talked about this last too. Highsmith's going to go up against an opposing team's left tackle most of the time, an opposing team's best lineman. So he's having this level of production regardless of who he's going up against. And it's a scary tandem because we talk about the pressure that Highsmith is, how he's playing off Watt. Well, if the Steelers want to switch it up and you can run stunts, but if Highsmith wants to come flying off the edge and then TJ Watt cleans up, that just really excites me. And it's just like, Ike is a defensive player. You got to be almost laughing where you get back to the defensive huddle and it's like, hey, let's race to the quarterback and see who eats first.
Yeah. I mean, I just, the Hall of Fame Warren Sapp, he said it. He was like, when we wanted to get sacks, we went to the right tackle side. Those was his exact words. Unless you was Leon Searcy. Those were his exact words. He was like, unless we played Leon Searcy, if I wanted to get a sack, I went to the left side of the defense, which is the right side of the offense. So, and that threw a light bulb in my head. I was like, so what you saying? He was like, what I'm saying is the left tackle usually is the best offensive lineman because they got to protect the quarterback because quarterbacks are right-handed. So you got to have that kind of dog to protect the quarterback because it's his blind side. I said, well, what do you know? Learn something new every day, Ike. And that's exactly what it was.